She was bad-mouthing my mother. She said my son doesn't defend her and doesn't love her, and that we're toxic, moral, fake Christians. I wrote comments on the page. Ouch, this really hurts, and I don't deserve any of this. And then I realized, oh my God, I was going to cause World War III. So I tore the page out. I have no idea if she knows it's missing.
Well, that was Deb talking about the pages she ripped out of her daughter-in-law's journal.
It's not a journal.
Reading what Rheta thinks about her. Deb wrote in the margins and then tore the pages out. You said this letter Stu wondering where the pages are.
My daughter and I both read it because we were there, again, watching the kids. They just automatically assume that I'm going to be able to watch the kids, and I wholeheartedly, gladly, with my heart, want to be there to watch the kids.
All right, well,
it's
listen,
not funny.
No, it's not. It's not, and I'll tell you why it's not, because there are children involved that are caught in a crossfire here, and that's very tragic. Now, when we were at break, you looked at your son and you said, this isn't going well. Tell me what the home run is for you. What would have to happen for you to walk out of here and say, wow, that went really, really well?
Rheta owes me, and I've never, ever, Rheta has never said, I'm sorry, Deb, for trying to destroy your life and say those awful betrayal things. To tell me that I caused Rachel's death, that cut so deep inside my heart.
That's what you're holding on to, and
And
it's not even
you
true.
know, I'm holding on to the fact that she would go into a courtroom and stare at my husband and betray a confidence to try and ruin my marriage just because she's unhappy.
Okay, so what would have to happen here for this to go well for you would be for her to apologize for outing something about your marriage, for implying that you contributed to your daughter's death, and for other just all manner of unkind things that she said to you. You would like that apology. And then you would like her to leave.
No, I don't want her to leave.
No, wait a minute. Now listen, I'm trying to get us to the point where there is some opportunity for some healing in this situation. And that means that you have to be willing to hear some things you don't want to hear. You have to be willing to hear some things you don't want to hear.
Bring it.
You have to be willing to hear some things you don't want to hear. You're not the evil mother-in-law here. You have made some serious violations of boundary, in my opinion. And you have been ridiculously inappropriate. I mean, come on. You don't go beat up him and yell and scream and all of that stuff. I mean, what are we, raised by wolves? And you sit there like you're a passenger. Gee, I wish they would get along. I mean, it is your job to step up, man up, and be involved with your life.
I'm doing those things.
There's some things specifically that you can do. See, my attitude is if there are problems with in-laws, if this couple has a problem with her mother, it's your job to manage your mother. And you have a mother here that has violated a number of boundaries. You've violated a number of boundaries here. And you can kind of mealy-mouth around about whether you want her out of here or not, but we both know that you think he married beneath him here. True? I mean, I can go get the recordings. You've told us that chapter and verse.
If she makes him happy, because I told him go to a new church. You need to, now that you're clean and sober.
But you don't need to tell him to go to a new church.
No, but I don't want him to think he has to go where we go.
See, he's 29 years old. He doesn't need you to tell him it's okay to go to a new church.
No, when he asked my opinion, I said I think that would be healthy for you guys to have your own. Just start doing things without being, because we're involved in everything. Am I right, Rheta?
That's the problem.
We're involved, and I have totally backed off.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.